Welcome, spiritual seekers and truth explorers. Today, we're diving deep into the mystical underpinnings of the recent India-Pakistan ceasefire, an event that may seem like just another political development on the surface. But when viewed through the lens of sacred numerology and cosmic timing, reveals itself as part of an ancient, divine blueprint unfolding exactly as designed. As you may know, following their most intense fighting in decades, India and Pakistan have agreed to a ceasefire, temporarily halting a conflict that had the world holding its breath. But what the mainstream media won't tell you, can't tell you, is how this event was written in the stars long before it manifested on Earth. Let's begin with the timing. This ceasefire was announced during May of 2025. May is the 5th month of the year, and in numerology, 5 represents change, freedom, and adaptation. 5 is also the number of harmony through conflict. It symbolizes the human being with arms and legs outstretched, bridging heaven and earth. Isn't it fascinating that this peace agreement comes in the very month that vibrationally represents the resolution of conflict? 2025 as a year reduces to a 9 in numerology. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. 9 is the number of completion, representing the end of a cycle before a new beginning. This ceasefire doesn't just happen to fall in a 9 year. It's cosmically aligned to mark the completion of an old pattern of conflict between these nations. Looking deeper into the historical context, India and Pakistan have been in conflict since partition in 1947. From 1947 to 2025 is exactly 78 years. 7 plus 8 equals 15, which further reduces to 6 the number of harmony, balance, and equilibrium in the cosmos. The universe waited exactly the right number of years for this vibrational alignment to manifest peace. The geography itself holds profound numerical significance. The line of control that separates Indian and Pakistani forces is approximately 740 kilometers long. 7 plus 4 plus 0 equals 11, a master number in numerology representing spiritual insight, enlightenment, and the gateway to higher consciousness. This physical boundary literally vibrates at the frequency of spiritual awakening. Did you know that the combined population of India and Pakistan is approximately 1.6 billion people? 1 plus 6 equals 7, the number of divine perfection, spiritual awakening, and mystical understanding. 7 appears repeatedly in sacred texts across all major religions. 7 days of creation, 7 heavens, 7 chakras, 7 musical notes. These two nations together hold the vibrational frequency of spiritual completeness. Even more astonishing is when we examine the astrological timing of the ceasefire. It occurred during a rare planetary alignment where Jupiter, the planet of expansion and good fortune, formed a trine aspect with Saturn, the planet of karma and responsibility. This exact alignment last occurred in 1996, which, not coincidentally, was another period of attempted peace negotiations between these nations. The ceasefire comes precisely 13 days after a powerful lunar eclipse in Scorpio, the zodiac sign governing transformation, death, rebirth, and shared resources. 13 is a sacred number representing death and rebirth in many traditions. The Mayans considered 13 the number of completion and transformation. This 13-day interval created the perfect energetic container for transmuting conflict into peace. If we examine the numerology of the two nations' names, India in numerology reduces to a 3, the number of creative expression, joy, and communication. Pakistan reduces to a 9, the number of humanitarian ideals and completion. 3 plus 9 equals 12, which reduces to 3, the number of creative collaboration. Their very names hold the vibrational blueprint for productive co-creation rather than destruction. Looking at the leadership, Indian Prime Minister and Pakistani Prime Minister, their birth paths combine to form an 11. Another appearance of this master number representing the illuminated gateway. The fact that these specific leaders with these specific life path numbers are in power during this ceasefire is no accident, but part of a divine orchestration. The actual fighting before the ceasefire lasted for 27 days. 2 plus 7 equals 9. Again, we see the number of completion. Everything about this conflict and its resolution is numerically aligned to represent the completion of an old pattern and the birth of a new one. Perhaps most revealing is the connection to sacred geometry. The region of Kashmir, the primary disputed territory, is shaped remarkably like the Vesica Piscis, the sacred geometric form created when two circles of the same radius overlap. This shape has been revered across cultures as representing the meeting of heaven and earth, spirit and matter, and the womb of creation. That this sacred shape is literally embodied in the disputed region speaks volumes about its spiritual significance in our collective evolution. The Indus River, which flows through both countries and gives India its name, is exactly 3,180 kilometers long. 3 plus 1 plus 8 plus 0 equals 12, which reduces to 3, the number of creative expression and the resolution of duality into harmony. Water has long symbolized emotion and the subconscious mind. This shared river, with its sacred measurements, represents the emotional healing taking place beneath the surface of political negotiations. When we examine the Sanskrit and Urdu alphabets, the classical languages of India and Pakistan, we find they contain 52 and 38 letters respectively. 5 plus 2 plus 3 plus 8 equals 18, which reduces to 9. Once again, the number of completion and humanitarian ideals. Even the ancient communication systems of these cultures vibrate in harmony with the current peace process. The ceasefire was announced on the 10th day of the 5th month. 1 plus 0 plus 5 equals 6, the number of harmony and balance. 6 is represented in the tarot by the Lover's card, which, contrary to popular belief, isn't just about romantic love, but about the harmonious integration of opposites and making choices aligned with higher values. Consider that both nations possess nuclear capabilities, with a combined arsenal of approximately 150 nuclear warheads. 1 plus 5 plus 0 equals 6. Again highlighting the harmony that these powers must find to preserve life on the subcontinent. The numerical vibration of their destructive capability actually contains the code for their peaceful coexistence. For those with eyes to see and ears to hear, these numerical alignments reveal that this ceasefire isn't merely a political decision, but the manifestation of cosmic forces working through human events to evolve consciousness on our planet. India and Pakistan represent the divine masculine and feminine energies seeking balance. Their healing is our collective healing. What does this mean for you personally? When nations that have been in conflict for decades suddenly move toward peace in alignment with cosmic numerology, it creates an energetic template that you can access in your own life. Where are you holding on to old conflicts that are ready for resolution? The same numerical codes governing this international peace are available to help you transmute conflict into harmony in your personal relationships. The lesson here is profound. Peace isn't random. It doesn't just happen by chance. It occurs when numerical and cosmic alignments create energetic portals for the higher frequencies of harmony to manifest in physical reality. This ceasefire didn't just happen now. It could only happen now when all these sacred numbers aligned to support it. If you felt the resonance of these cosmic patterns, please hit like and subscribe to continue our journey of uncovering the hidden mathematical codes governing our collective experience. Nothing in our universe happens by accident, only by divine design that we're now awakening to perceive. Until next time, stay conscious of the sacred geometry all around you. And remember, when you understand the numbers, you understand the divine plan. Thank you for joining me on this journey of awakening.